So we all have mind. Hence, we have this tendency to think. Welcome. Since we are thinking, and most of the time we are only thinking, we are not acting upon. So the context of this small conversation is how not to overthink. Why people overthink, Charan?
Overthinking because of their expectations and desires.
Of course. So there are many theories float around the world, but because once upon a time, only twice or thrice I did that. Overthink too much thinking about one particular thing. So I told one of my friends that we both sat in a restaurant and we just planned to do an art exhibition and we finalized the dates and I have visualized it in a great deal. And before that particular date, my friend said, I'll go to my village, I'll just come back tomorrow. I said, okay. And I kept on thinking about it and started planning about my exhibition and all that. So the next day he did not turn up. And I called him and I said, I'll come tomorrow. No, I said, we have only 7 days left and this is the peak time. As we planned, we have to. He said, we'll definitely do it. And he did not come. So from that day is gone, and again the next day I called him. He said, I'm coming, so be ready. And I kept on waiting for him till afternoon. Again I called him. His phone is switched off. That's all. So till that moment, this overthinking, I was unable to do anything. I was only thinking about that particular man, my friend, that why is he not picking up my call? Why did he switch off his phone? I'm not thinking whether about his safety. I'm only thinking about my point of view. Why is he not picking up my call? Why did he switch off his phone? What I did to him? So wherever I go, I used to only think about this. Even while eating, while sleeping. And every 5 minutes I was calling.
You're blaming yourself.
No, himself. I'm not blaming.
Like what you have done.
I'm blaming him.
Okay.
And whomsoever I meet, I used to say that we thought of doing a show. This man deceived me. He's my close friend. So 7 days, that day gone. So the day we thought of doing art exhibition, the day is gone. And I went to my hometown. I consistently thinking about that man. Why did he do that to me? Why did he do that to me? Why did he do that to me? 15 more days passed and his mobile is continuously switched off. And that created lot of distress in me, as if I lost hope in humanity and all that, just because of that man not picking up my call.
Once you
I was
call,
unable to think any other thing. Only one thought:
why he has not
why he did
picking your
not
call?
turn up? At least he should call me once. We have discussed before, and he deceived me. How people behave like this? People are like this. People are like that. And one day early morning, doorbell rang. So that at the time that was 4 o'clock in the morning, and I don't know, because I really forgot, because I kept on thinking about him too much. I was little tired and I just opened the door. He said, "Hi, Mama." I became very angry. I did not even say hi. I just left and I just sat in my room. I was almost burning within.
You not even scold him.
Nothing. No, I was preparing to scold him. Hi, mama. So after 5 minutes, I started scolding like him anything, and this and that and this and that.
Before 2009
Yeah.
and 19. 19 or
Nine,
9.
nine.
Okay.
He has lot of maturity than me. Today I know clearly. At the time I did not notice it. So after 10-15 minutes of scolding, no discuss. I was only scolding. I'm not asking any reason. He was actually trying to explain, but I'm unable to listen.
Okay. You're not in that state.
Not in that
No.
state. And he did not say anything. I told him just get lost. He just stood there almost for a couple of hours. He did not move a bit. He was just smiling and standing there. He was just looking at me. So after 3 or 4 hours, I did not know that he was standing there. I just put my blanket on and I slept. Suddenly I woke up and I see he was just there only. Where he was before, a couple of hours ago, he was just standing there and looking at me. Suddenly I asked, "No, you did not move at all." I said, no. So there is a reason behind for you to scream at me. But even I have a reason to say why I did not come and all that. And also I want to tell you something very important. What is it? If someone doesn't come, you should not think about that person. You would have done your exhibition. Why did you wait for me? And I said three or four simple statements about life. Suddenly, I have just understood something. That is, even if you think too much, nothing is going to happen. So that's why Alan Watts says that think and act. So don't keep on thinking. It will not take you anywhere. So overthinking is a disease. If you make a habit out of it, you just become a mere intellectual thinker. You will do nothing. You only think and you get frustrated and you get disappointed and you will become headstrong and you start justifying your own actions and you will not go anywhere.
And everything will be lost.
Yeah, everything will be lost. So that's why we will get hundreds of thoughts every day, but all those thoughts are not of ours. Only one thought would be yours. So which thought you can turn into action, only that thought is yours. Rest are somebody else's thoughts you are carrying like a carry bag. It's like you just open the door, a bird will come. Somebody else's t-shirt will fall down to your balcony. It doesn't mean that that is your t-shirt. In the same way, many thoughts fall on your head. And till today also we are friends. The friend I spoke about. So he said few interesting things on that day. Never wait for anybody. You only trust yourself. If someone said, he might have said, but you should not rely upon too much upon that particular man and in his word. So you are an artist, you would have painted. So first of all, if someone doesn't pick up phone, you should have worried about his whereabouts rather than uh, thinking only in a complaining tone. Would have think that what happened to that man. So don't be too selfish.
But at that time, your thinking is different.
Yeah.
You're thinking about yourself, why he's not responding.
Huh. Then that was the only time I really thought about something too much. Then later date I have realized that it is not necessary. Then many things happened, and a small understanding gave open a door for right understanding. That is, you are not here to just think and think and think and further thinking. You are here to act.
what we can call that, is that realization or something
It's
else?
a realization. I have just realized thinking is important when you have intention to act.
So you are in the state like you are like you are believing in listening, and you are thinking that he is right, right?
Huh.
What he is saying is right.
Yeah. So first time I listened carefully because he allowed me to speak and scold and everything. So all my anger I vented out. Then I became calm because how much time how you scream at somebody. So there is a limit to everything. Then with more maturity he spoke. So this might be the reason you would have think in a different way. You are only thinking one directional. Our thinking process should be multi-directional, and the logical conclusion of any thinking should be the action. So if you put thought uh, on another thought, so you just become a thinker. So you are just remain a bundle of thoughts. So that is not life. If you just look at a flower, it is action. So in the nature there is only action, there is no thinking. If you put a seed in the ground, 3 days, after 3 days it just blooms a sprout, you will see. It is not thinking whether to sprout or not. So only human being thinks because he has a stronger version of brain. He has the potential to think whatever in any which direction he wants to. But the essence of life lies in thinking uh, with the intention to act. For example, you kept on thinking about to paint, and whosoever comes to you, you kept on thinking about to paint, and you are talking about it, but you are not painting at all. So after 5 years, you only think about it. Since you have not done anything, that may become a life um, a problem, and you start blaming yourself. I thought of doing this, or I am doing that. I did not do it because of my many problems, financial issues. No one supported me, this and that. So that's why Zen says that think and act. Yeah. We should not only think, we should think only when we have intention to act. That is life.
Simple example for that.
So now we are thinking what to eat. So after 5 minutes, we should go to kitchen and prepare a food. Prepare food. We should not only thinking about. For example, a person wants to. Now it's a small thing. Everyone does that. A person wants to make a film. He is only discussing stories. So after 1 or 2 days of discussion, he should put his pen on paper and write a story. That is the right way. And you are discussing the story, then after a couple of days, you should take a mobile camera and shoot something out of it. Once it is done, you are talking about it again. Just take that footage to editing table. Sit and edit. Always turn your thinking process into action. Just 1 minute ago, I was about thinking to sneeze. No, I just sneezed. Something like that. It's very simple, and that is the right way. So, what did you understand? Tell me. That's correct. Smoking is injurious to body, and thinking is injurious to health, mind. This is the right conclusion. Never think too much. think and act, and think in the right direction and act in the right direction. Then if you really act in the right way, thinking process will come to an end. So the last statement is, if you, how do you know that someone is thinking in the right way or wrong way? Thinking process should come to an end. Then that is the right way of thinking. Otherwise, you are thinking unnecessarily. This is what I felt like saying today.
Thinking is worldly act.
Thinking is
Worldly act.
hmm.
Working is natural acting.
Thinking is worldly act means, so you can think about worldly things also. So you want to
Actions naturally actions are there.
hmm.
Like Prakriti Prapancham.
Hmm.
That concept I'm talking.
Okay.
So thinking is in world.
No, అట్లా చెప్పడానికి లేదు.
Nature.
Thinking too much is unnatural. That's all. If you really thinking about something, start acting, start doing something about, rather than just thinking. That's the only qualitative change we can bring into our life. For example, now we have to start to go to Vizag. So now I have some time, half an hour. Someone is taking bath inside. No, I have some time. I just thought of painting, so I'm just painting. Otherwise, the entire journey you might be thinking about this particular thing. I thought of doing that painting. I did not do it. If you really want to do it, just do it. Or realize that that thought is not of yours. It is just an impulse. Since you have mind, a thought came. It doesn't mean that you have to pay attention to it. Yeah. So 99% of our thoughts are not of ours. Somebody else's thoughts we carry. So when will you come to Vizag?
Maybe on Sunday.
So 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th will be in Vizag, creating some content, and mainly spending a lot of time in the ocean.
Yeah.
Attention to act. Thinking, too much thinking will not take you anywhere. This is not an advice, it's a fact of life. బాగుందా?
చాలా బాగుంది.
చూసినవరా?
అదే చూస్తున్నా మొత్తం
మారిపోయింది.
ఉద్యమం చేసినట్టు చేస్తారు కదా
నేను అరుణాచల్ నుంచి వచ్చిన తర్వాత